At the grand hall of the Malacca Palace, Sultan Malacca sits on his throne, surrounded by his royal advisors and warriors. Hang Tuah kneels before him, waiting for orders. Long ago in the mighty kingdom of Malacca, a great sultan sought the hand of a legendary princess, but little did he know, his request would uncover a truth long buried in the shadows.
Hang Tuah, my most loyal warrior, I have heard tell of mystical princess at Gunung Ledang. They said she is the most beautiful woman in the world.
Indeed, Tuanku, she is said to be more than just a beauty. Some even said she possesses supernatural wisdom.
Hang Tuah, I command you to lead a delegation to Gunung Ledang and bring her to me. No matter what it takes, I must have her as my wife.
As you command, Tuanku.
Hang Tuah exchanged a glance with Hang Jebat, who looks unconvinced. The mission seems more complicated than it appears. Hang Tuah and Hang Jebat travel through dense forests, crossing rivers and mountains. The journey is treacherous, but they finally reach the misty peak of Gunung Ledang.
Tuah, something feels weird about this place.
Yes, there is a presence here, the ancient.
Suddenly, a mystical wind blows through the trees, and a group of ethereal maidens appear, blocking their path. At the center stands Puteri Gunung Ledang, her gaze calm, yet commanding.
Warrior of Malacca, why have you come to my domain?
Puteri Gunung Ledang, we have a request of Sultan Malacca. He wishes to take you as his queen.
A great sultan seeking a mere woman from the mountain? How interesting.
She thought some surprise.
Very well, if the sultan truly desires me, I have a few conditions.
She steps forward, her voice echoing through the mountain air.
Tell your sultan that I require a golden bridge that stretches from the palace to this mountain, a silver bridge from AYUNIE, 7 jars of petal nitrate from celestial fairies, 7 trays of harp from mosquitoes, 7 trays of liver from sea leeches, and a bowl of blood from the sultan himself.
Silence. The warriors are stunned. Hang Tuah tightened his jaws. This is no ordinary request. This is something else. A warning. Back at the Malacca Palace, Hang Tuah kneels before Sultan Malacca, delivering the conditions.
How dare she mock me? These demands are impossible.
Tuanku, could it be that the princess doesn't wish to be wed?
She dare refuse me. If she will not come willingly, I will have her by force.
Hang Tuah lowers his gaze. His heart is troubled. There is something strange about the princess' demands, something she is not saying outright.
She asked for royal blood, Tuah. Why?
Hang Tuah doesn't answer, but the question lingers in his mind, and deep inside, something begins to stir. In the evening, Hang Tuah secretly meets with Mak Tua, an old mystic who once served the royal court. They speak in whispers at a hidden chamber within the palace.
Matur, I must know the truth. What is your reason behind Puteri Gunung Ledang's demands?
Tuah, I have waited many years for you to ask this.
She retrieves an old hidden cuirass and places it in his hand. Hang Tuah feels a stranger's connection to it.
And the truth is, the Sultan of Malacca is my rightful ruler. He took the throne by bloodshed.
Hang Tuah's grip tightens on the cuirass. His heartbeat quickens.
And you, Tuah, you are the true heir of the Malacca.
Silence. Hang Tuah's mind races as long-buried memories begin to resurface. Vision of a burning palace, of a woman whispering to him. At the secret chamber in Gunung Ledang, Puteri Gunung Ledang and Mak Tua speak in hushed tones. Dayang Sari and the stranger enter, holding a royal cuirass with ancient engravings.
The Sultan finds out that I am the hidden heir. He will never stop continuing. Tuanku, you are not the only heir. What do you mean?
Dayang Sari and the stranger step forward presenting the cuirass. Puteri Gunung Ledang's hand trembles as she takes it.
The Chris belong to the true heir.
She looks out the window at a man who had always stood by her side, loyal to the Sultan.
Hang Tuah? Yes, he is a hidden heir.
The revelation has just been made. Hang Tuah is the true heir to the throne of Malacca. Everyone in the chamber watched as he stares at heirloom Chris in his trembling hands.
This cannot be.
But it is, Tuanku. You are not just a warrior. You are the rightful Sultan of Malacca.
The weight of the truth crashed down on Hang Tuah. His whole life he had devoted himself to the Sultan, but now he realized he has been serving the very man who stole his throne.
Now you understand why I set this condition. It was never about rejecting Sultan, but it was to protect me.
Sultan gave you everything because he feared what you might become, Tua. He kept you close so you could never question your past.
But the truth is in your blood, Tua. Now, you must decide. Will you continue to serve for the man who stole your birthright, or will you reclaim what is yours?
A heavy silence fills the chamber. Then the hidden hair steps forward, watching Hang Tuah with solemn eyes.
Your destiny has been hidden for too long, Tuanku. We have waited for this moment, hoping you would see the truth. But the time for waiting is over.
And who are you?
I am the last remnant of your true family. The one who survived when the fake Sultan took everything. I vowed to protect your secret. But it is time for you to embrace who you are.
Hang Tuah kneels before after returning from Gunung Ledang. He is visibly troubled, his mind still reeling from the truth about his heritage.
So, the Puteri demand my own blood. She dares to mock me.
Tuanku, but what is the reason behind her demand?
Silence! You are my warrior, Hang Tuah, not my advisor. You will obey me and kill Puteri Gunung Ledang.
Tuah grips his courage tightly, his heart pounding. His entire life he had followed the Sultan without a question, but now something is different. Suddenly, Hang Jebat steps closer and whispers into Hang Tuah's ear.
Tua, have you never wondered why you are so loyal to him? Have you never questioned where you came from?
A flash of memory hits Hang Tuah, a distant, blurry image of a woman's voice whispering, "You are the true heir."
Hang Tuah, I command you to kill Puteri Gunung Ledang.
The palace grows silent. Hang Tuah's hand trembles over his courage. For the first time, he is at war with himself. Hang Tuah rides up the mountain, but this time he is not here as a messenger of the Sultan. He is here seeking for truth.
Matua, you must tell me the truth. Who am I?
The Sultan who sit on the throne of Malacca is not a true king. The royal family was betrayed and only one child survived.
And that child was you, Hang Tuah.
Search of memories rush back vision of his real parents, of the palace before it was taken by the false Sultan.
The blood of a true king can never be erased. It calls to its destiny. Now you must decide which side will you lead.
A heavy silence. Then Hang Tuah's expression hardens with determination.
I will not let Malacca suffer under a false king.
The mountain winds howls as if the spirit of the past acknowledged his decision. In the distance, the palace of Malacca awaits its true rule, and Hang Tuah is ready to reclaim his throne. The palace gates burst open. Hang Tuah strides into the grand hall, flanked by Hang Jebat and the hidden hair. The air is tense. The moment of truth has arrived.
What is the meaning of this, Hang Tuah? You dare storm my palace.
No, Tuanku, I am not Hang Tuah anymore.
He lifts the heirloom Chris, its blade gleaming under the torchlight.
I am the rightful Raja of Malacca.
Gasp echo through the throne room. The royal guards hesitate. The legend of Hang Tuah is strong, but the truth behind his bloodline is even stronger.
Lies! You are nothing but my warrior. You swore loyalty to me.
He swore loyalty because you stole his identity. You feared what he might become.
For years, you called me a traitor.
But I was never disloyal. I was only loyal to the truth.
Whispers fill the room. If Hang Tuah is truly the heir, then they may have been serving a false king all along.
No, this is not how it ends.
Hang Tuah moves like lightning. With one swift motion, he pressed the kris to Sultan's throat.
Your reign ends today.
The palace is silent, and then a thunderous cheer erupts. The people of Malacca have their true king once more.
It is done. I have always fought for Malacca, but am I ready to rule it?
He lifts his gaze, meeting the eyes of his allies. The kingdom waits. The destiny he never chose is now in his hand. The sun rises over Malacca, casting golden light over the land. From the peak of Gunung Ledang, Puteri Gunung Ledang watched the kingdom below. The queen carries the distant echoes of celebration. Malacca has new ruler. Behind her stand Mak Tua, the Eden heir, Dayang Sari, and Gunung spirit.
At last, Malacca belonged to its true king. The land had restored. The kingdom will flourish once more.
He was always meant for this path. Fate was only waiting for him to see the truth.
A sudden gust of wind swirls around them, carrying the whisper of the mountain.
The bloodline of kings can never be erased. No matter how deep it is buried, it always finds its way home.
Everyone falls silent as if acknowledging the spirit's wisdom.
And you, Tuanku, will you return to Malacca?
No, my place has never been in a palace.
The wind picks up again, carrying mist over the mountain's edge. Gunung spirit raised her hand as if offering a final blessing.
The mountains remember those who seek truth, and it shall always protect those who honor it.
Puteri Gunung Ledang takes a final glance at Malacca, then turned away. The legends of the past have played their part. Now, a new era begins. 2 years after the restoration of the rightful king, deep within the peaceful village near Gunung Ledang, Hang Tuah sits on a wooden bench. Watching the lantern sway in the wind, he appears deep in thought. Across from him, Mak Tuah carefully prepares tea, her movement calm yet graceful. For 2 years, they have found comfort in each other's presence, though neither has spoken openly about their bond.
Tuanku, you look troubled.
I have faced countless enemies, so much battles, and yet I find myself most afraid now.
And what could possibly frighten the great Hang Tuah?
Losing you.
Mak Tua looks away for a moment, a rare shyness in her expression. She has always been wise, always guided others, but now she is the one caught off guard.
A few moments later.
Lies!
Wait! Ways for you to ask this. PGL tua, PGL jebat.